I'm Crabsticks, and you're watching ShutUpFreya.
Hi guys! I hope you're all really well. Did you like my intro? Oh my god! I can't cope. That was like the coolest thing that's ever happened. So, as you might have guessed, if you've seen like any of my videos ever, I went to Summer in the City 2013, which was a couple of days ago, and it was so cool. This is potentially quite a long video, I'm really sorry, but I just like have so much to tell you guys and it's all really, really exciting, so just bear with it. I'll try and edit it so that it makes as much sense as possible. So as you guys know, I am a fan of Dan and Phil. I mean, not to the point where I'd be stalking their house, but I really enjoy their videos, and half the reason I went to Summer in the City was to meet them. Unfortunately, because of like a delay getting in and a problem with my wristband, I didn't get to meet them because I couldn't queue in time. That's okay, because after I got over the initial heartbreak of being told that I wasn't going to be able to meet them, I did go and meet some really cool people. A lot of the weekend was spent queuing, but that's okay because obviously a lot of people went. It was, I think, 7,000 people in the venue, and they all wanted to meet the same people. I don't think the organisers thought about the fact that everyone would want to go to the meet and greets because that's the main selling point for the tickets. I think because they put things on the main stage, they put things on in the panorama room, they expected a lot of people to be going to those so the meet and greets wouldn't be too busy. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and a lot of people were queuing to meet, especially Dan and Phil. That got to be a scary fandom mosh pit. It was actually really scary. Me and my friend Sam, from the Truth or Dare video, we were sort of caught up in the middle of it, and it was just scary. There were people screaming. It wasn't very good, and that's not me having a go at the organisers at all, because they tried their best. They're not professional organisers. They do it because they want to, not because they have to. A lot of people didn't get to meet who they wanted to meet because of the queuing. It wasn't so bad on day 2 because the queues were a lot more structured. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to meet Dan and Phil, but I'm over it. It's okay. There'll be other opportunities, you know. I bought a poster, Summer in the City poster, which I took around and got signed by everyone I met, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty cool. It's like my most valued possession right now. It's so cool. The other people I wanted to meet were Tyler Oakley, Chris and PJ. There were a lot of people that I wanted to meet, and I got to meet a good amount of them, considering the queues and considering how many people were there. So let's tell some stories about meeting people, because that's just totally cool, yeah? So the first person I met, it was a bit bizarre actually, because as you go through the door they put this wristband on you, this red one, and they like clamp it down, and unfortunately they did mine too loose, so it came off. So I had to go to the front desk and be like, my wristband's come off, I've only just got here. And the person working on the desk was Liam Dryden, also known as Little Raj, who was the first YouTuber I ever started watching. So I'm talking to him, I'm like, my wristband's too loose, and all the time I was trying not to like die. Well, not die, but you know, like I was trying really hard to act normal because he was just working and not being a YouTuber that day. But he was really nice, and because at that time they couldn't change my wristband, he had to write my name in his phone so that he would remember me if my wristband came off, which it did. In the end, I had to go and get a new one. However, that was really cool. In the end, I went back and got him to sign my poster and got a picture with him, which I will insert here. He's just so lovely, and that was really cool. The next person I met was Jason, V1I. He was just kind of wandering around with a huddle of girls around him, and I managed to find him just as he was like moving away to get a new group of girls around him. I was like, can you sign my poster? Can I get a picture? And funny story, I posted the picture with him on my Facebook and said, finally met someone, realising now that out of context that seemed a bit weird, like I'd found a boyfriend. So half my family thought I was dating V1I, which is amusing, really. I had to explain that I was actually at a convention, and I still don't have a boyfriend. I didn't really get to meet an awful lot of people on the first day, so at the end of that day I was feeling kind of disappointed and thinking, oh, what's the point in going tomorrow? I'm so glad I did. So I wanted to meet Chris and PJ as well, obviously, and unfortunately I couldn't. So I was kind of gutted because the four main people that I wanted to meet, I didn't get to meet, and I knew Dan and Phil weren't going to be there the next day because of the radio show. So I was a bit gutted. I didn't think Chris was going to be there or PJ the next day, but obviously as you've seen my intro, you will know that I did get to meet Chris. There's quite a cool story behind that actually, I will go into that right now. So me and Sam were sitting outside, we were quite upset. Not upset, we were kind of disappointed with the whole day because we hadn't actually met anyone. It was about 4 o'clock and we hadn't met anyone. We literally spent the day sort of wandering around doing not an awful lot. And we were sitting on a bench outside and there was a window just behind us. So I was like, what's going on in there? I looked through the window, it was a private / secret meet and greet with Chris. And so I was like, it's Grab Sticks! Sprinted round to the panorama room. There was only a tiny little queue as well because it had been kept really, really quiet what was happening. I think only about 25-30 people got to meet him at that meet and greet because obviously they kept it so quiet, it wasn't broadcast that he was there. And so that was so lucky, and we got about 5 minutes with him. It was really cool, and it was literally just us, Crab Sticks, and a security guard because it was in a separate room to the queue, which was really, really nice. And he is so lovely, and I whacked him in the side with my camera. Oh dear. The second time I went in for a hug, I had my camera around my neck. I went to hug him and my camera just kind of swung out and hit him, and I felt so bad. Oh dear. That was really cool. Then I got to meet Ben Cook. The story behind meeting him, I had queued up 5 times to meet him, and the first 4 times, every time I got to the front, I was told that he had to go off to do a panel, or he was like cut the queue off because too many people were trying to meet him. I had just given up all hope, and then I was like, that's Ben Cook. I ran to the end of the line. I got to meet him, and he was really, really lovely as well. I said to him, I was like, I've queued 5 times to meet him. He was like, oh, that's dedication, and that was really, really cool. I got a picture with him, and it is basically Clash of the Hair. I met quite a few other people. I met Carrie, Bri. I think Bri hates me because I sort of didn't realise it was him at first, and I sort of walked past him, or walked near him, as he was walking by. I was like, Bri, can you sign my poster? And I think he was trying to be like, sort of keeping it down low, which is hard when you're about 10 foot tall, because he is really, really tall. And then he kind of got mobbed by loads of girls, so I'm really, really sorry. I didn't realise you were trying to not be spotted by people. I'm really sorry that you got mobbed because I spotted you. I'm really sorry about that. Please don't hate me. I also queued 3 hours to meet Carrie, which was interesting. She's really sweet. Oh, I only got about 15 seconds with her, but Sam was taking the pictures because she doesn't do pictures. She was taking the pictures, and the first one was really blurry, and Sam was like, oh, the picture's really bad. She was like, oh, it's okay, we'll do another one. And it was just really nice of her because, yeah, it was just nice, really. I also met Tom Scar, who is so lovely. He is possibly one of the nicest people I've ever met. We queued about 45 minutes to meet him, and when we got to the end, he had a proper little chat with us. He was like, oh, so how long have you been waiting? And he seemed genuinely grateful that people have been waiting to meet him. Yeah, he was just really, really sweet. Can you tell that I haven't planned this video? I'm literally just saying everything that's popping into my head. Despite the fact I didn't meet Dan, Phil and PJ, I did get to meet some really amazing people in the queues. Hello if you're watching, Molly, Jess, Cameron, Georgie and Amy. You guys are really cool and I follow you on Twitter, and yeah, you're amazing. But overall, Summer in the City definitely inspired me to try a lot harder with my videos and work a lot more on them. And as soon as I find out what my days will be at sixth form and what my timetable will be, I will be making a schedule, so I'll be uploading a video weekly, every day at that certain time. As I said, it inspired me to try a lot harder with it because the YouTube community is made up of so many amazing, lovely people, and it's definitely something I want to be a big part of. Not as in being a YouTube celebrity, but I just want to be a part of this community because it's made up of so many amazing people. It just got deep, man. So yeah, that was my Summer in the City story. I'm sorry this video was long and I kind of repeated myself and I babbled a bit. Yeah, Summer in the City for the win. Woo! But overall, Summer in the City was a really good weekend and I will definitely be going again next year. Thank you for watching. watching if you did. Press like if you liked, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye! I rock the free YouTube sunglasses, man. Look at this logo. By the time we got into the actual building, drive off a bit louder.